distinguished guests. I've been carrying around a weight since childhood, but it's not a weight anymore. So I'm come tonight to talk about my fitness journey, but I'll tell you, in my childhood, it's bigger than weight. And I'll explain it in two ways. Growing up, I was a sedentary child. I hated being outside. I was a latchkey kid, so I couldn't be outside most of the time. I watched TV, loved television, hated bugs, allergic to everything. Hated sweating. So 3 years of middle school, soccer was not the greatest idea. And I got larger, really also dealing with your emotions through food. Every emotion, no matter what the emotion was, happy, sad, upset, stressed, bullied, food. So I created an obesity problem for myself. And then the weight came in understanding two things. One, fat children in the developing world are great. So I thought, being the father of immigrants, being the child of immigrants, going to our homeland of Jamaica, I'd be accepted, except that my family was a family of immigrants who had lived in the developed world and realized that you're just fat. So instead of, look how wonderful fat you are, like we say to the tourists, my family said, boy, Jason, you're fat, man. So that's part of the weight. The other part of the weight was, as understanding my faith as a Christian, was understanding that we had an expectation. In 1 Corinthians in the Bible, it says, you are the temple of the Holy Spirit. That's a big calling and a big task. And only my childhood added to the weight. Fast forward that weight to college, because I carried it with me. I finally learned what that meant to understand to be healthy, because again, from the age of 6, I've been unhealthy in my habits and in my body. I lost the most weight in college of my life. I actually got down to 298 pounds, which was amazing for me. I'm at the 300 mark for several years. And it meant I knew the formula. Jason's formula is work out by doing weights and cardio, living an active lifestyle. It means you can't sit at home and watch 5 hours of Friends. You also have to sleep, and you have to cut down on the sugar intake. So I had the formula back in 2001. Had it done. Left college, came home to work in Sarasota, and I started working in a call center. You work in a call center? Yeah. Call center, like any other sedentary positions, don't lend themselves greatly to working, and I carried the real weight with me. All that stuff's still in my head, and those habits came back of sitting down, eating your feelings, and why am I working a job? I have 4 years of college at a really good university. Why am I doing this position? And why are people yelling at me about their cable? I'm tired of this. So the real weight put on the pounds, and when I finally got to the gym 5 months after starting in 2003, the personal trainer said, Jason, you're 335 pounds. I gained almost 40 pounds in less than 6 months. And now I knew I had to do something. The weight was bigger, and now it's screaming at me. So I tried to do what I can to look better, to work out and get frustrated and get injured. And it wasn't until 2007, when my grandfather died, that finally I had an opportunity to shift the real weight behind my pounds. And it was understanding that as he passed because his lifestyle wasn't healthy, but he was fortunate to still pass at a protracted age. I may not have that fortune, and I had to do it for myself. I had to be healthy. I didn't have to look good. I had to be a major athlete. I had to be healthy for me and for my testimony. So in 2007, I started small. 10-minute workouts. I discovered the joys of yoga when no one can see you do yoga. Imagine the fat guy doing yoga. Weight moved a little. Then doing little Jillian Michaels workouts, getting yelled at by the TV. In 2009, I took a position with a company I worked for in Orlando, which did a really great job. So again, joy came back into my spirit because I was doing what I wanted to do. I started training. And so joining a community that also believed in faith and fitness in my church community, it now became something that I could champion. Started with a little program called P90X. And Tony Horton's a great guy because he will counteract in your head that statement, all that pressure. And one thing she says is, Rome was not built in a day, neither is your body. So all those years of carrying this weight, it started to move around and started to become a wheel. That weight's no longer a rock, it's a wheel that I'm moving forward with. So I tried X, X Plus, and Insanity, because I was traveling in my work, and I said, it's time to do something else. I added running to it. A fat guy running, this is funny. So I started running up to 3 miles a day. When I moved to South Florida, I finally joined the gym again. I re-entered the fitness empire. My next speech, by the way, is going to be about re-entering the gym world and why LA Fitness is the Walmart gyms. Its better point to this point is that as this wheel and as this program, this momentum has gotten going, I was able then to stop thinking of just my body being a temple of the Holy Spirit, but also that I'm running a race. That's a Hebrews 12:1 race that has an end and a focus to it, that this journey, whether I will never be the slimmest, the fattest, the most muscular, but I will be healthy is where I am. I'm 347 pounds today, yet I fit my clothes better, yet I know the right things to do towards it, yet I have this goal in mind of continuing my life, because my testimony is to live as long as my years are on this earth to bring a message of hope and peace, just like all of you have a message as well. And in doing so, I can't stop